This short video will appeal to anyone that has a fascination with shipping containers or HIABs. Hi everyone. Thought running a self-storage business was easy. Think again. Can you guess where we are? It's Carlisle, and we're heading over to Storage Carlisle to show you what has been going on. We are doing a bit of lifting and shifting. Wait a second, listen to this bang.
Yeah, be fine, don't worry.
But more on that at the very end of this video. Oh yes, lovely memories of 2020. It's been an eventful few years at Storage Carlisle. Storage Carlisle is a huge container self-storage facility based in Carlisle, Cumbria, north of England. People generally store household items, or tradesmen use our facility. For those that have watched previous videos, we do a little bit of lifting and shifting of container units. And that's done just to ensure that our facilities have brand new, lovely and clean, up-to-date shipping container units. Our old units, although we have hardly any of them now, are just historic leftovers, and we absolutely detest them. Just look at this monstrosity here. Vile. This is what we like instead. Look at this beauty being dropped off. Gorgeous. This is a real self-storage facility. You will be seeing action later on. You will be seeing the HIAB in action later on. You will be seeing quite a bit of action with the HIAB. And we pride ourselves on the quality of our self-storage facility by us doing constant replacement of units. It keeps the sites looking fresh and in excellent condition, but it's not easy. So this unit is unacceptable. You want it moved. In this one, you're going to see a little bit of an issue. We have got an old builder's 20-foot container unit, which we hate. Not suitable for self-storage. Suitable for a builder using it, or a workshop maybe someone using it in a yard, maybe storing tools, but for us, no, we hate them. So we're getting rid of it, but what do we put in its place? What we're going to put in its place is one of our existing one-trip units. Now, in the place of the one-trip unit, that's going to give us a gap of roughly 26-27 foot. We're going to do a little ingenious trick, and we're going to fill that gap in a very clever way. And the reason for this is just to ensure that the sites are kept in tip-top condition. So this unit finally goes. Right, this blue unit here, the sun-faded one, because it was put in the wrong spot to begin with, that is going to be taken out and put in place of that builder's unit. And that leaves a gap where we can get 3 smaller units in its place. Ingenious. And these are the half-size, little pint-sized units that will go in its place. Right, before we get the HIAB out, let's do a flashback. A couple of years ago, K-line unit here. this was a 30-foot unit, this one. It was an odd size one, I remember. Again, a builder's unit. Didn't like it, no good. Well, no good for us, no good for furniture. So on the back of the HIAB, away it goes. This comes in its place. See in the background, a nice shiny new one, gleaming new one. The old one's in the foreground. And this is what we get. Beautiful. Absolutely lovely. So well worth doing that. And that's the difference. That's what you get inside a new one. Beautiful. Right, enough of me rambling. Let's get down to action.
Well, 4 hours I've been waiting, and oh, look what we've got here now. This is good news.
Hello, how are you? Are you all right? No, don't worry. Have you had a nice?
Okay, well the first thing to do is we need to find 3 of these smaller units. Right, there's 2 for a start off, so we need to get these shifted onto the back of that HIAB, and then we need to find a 3rd one. Now, the problem I've got is I need 3 of these on the back of that HIAB, and then that HIAB has then got to... Oh, this is a nightmare, this, because we've got a big blue 20-foot unit that we've got to get out of the way. We've got to then put those 3 little 10-foot units that you see here. They've got to go in place of that blue unit, like I explained previously. And then the blue unit's got to go in place of that old number 47 horrendous builder's unit. That's 14 lifts that the HIAB has to do. We've already got 2 little units on the back of that HIAB. Okay, nice job done there. We're now going to squeeze the 3rd one on the back of it. So it's the HIAB just getting into position. The 3rd unit is actually the one on the left hand side. That's another little unit that we can just squeeze on the back of there. So here it is, this little green one. That's our 3rd one. We just now need to get that popped on to the back of that HIAB, and then once that's on there, the HIAB will then go a short distance to where the blue unit is situated.
Apparently, one of those chains can actually handle nearly 6 ton in weight, which is quite incredible, I think.
Right, so we're just going to do a short drive to another bit of the site. Okay, just coming up to position now. So these are the 3 units that need unloaded pronto. But first, let's get that blue one there on the right out of the way. Right, we just need to dump it down on the ground for the time being. Right, this will do here until we get those 3 green ones off. Well, don't we make it look easy? That took about 3 hours to get to that stage. Those units are only temporarily down. They're not positioned. They've got to be accurately positioned. Every single one of those has got to be lifted up in the air again and then put on blocks, levelled up with a spirit level. This dragged on and on and on and on and took another 2 hours on top of that just to get the job looking right. Now then, we've now got to deal with that blue unit that was just temporarily dumped on the ground. We've got to get that lifted up and put onto the back of the HIAB. Here it is. Let's just get that back onto the HIAB. Once it's on, we'll drive it round to where number 47, the old builder's unit, was. We can then get number 47 off the site, taken away, and we'll have this one here in its place. So, all going to plan so far. Let's now drive the short distance to unit number 47, further round the site, and let's get this one in its place pronto. Well, at this stage, I'm exhausted, but we're now going to shift the old builder's unit out of its place. We've already dropped off that blue one. We've actually just temporarily just dropped it onto the gravel, just so it's out of the way. And now we're going to shift the offending unit. You can see it here. Oh, there we go. So we'll get that out of the way as fast as we can, and then we'll get the blue unit in its place and job done. That's it. And that's number 47 on its way, as you can see. Gently does it. Nearly there. So that's just going on the back of the HIAB. Now remember, we've got that blue unit to put in this space, in the gap that's been created. So we'll pick the blue one up now and we'll get that in its space. So all in all, long time. That's taken about 5 hours. Yeah, not the easiest, but fantastic job done. And that's just a day, really, in the life of a self-storage facility. Not the easiest. People think they're dead easy, but that's the sort of stuff that goes on. Right, that's enough. I think time to come back in the morning. So this is what we've got. This is what we've achieved. And I think the results speak for themselves. Let's tidy things up. Thanks for watching. Don't go just yet. Can you remember this at the start of the video? Right, okay, so this was back in 2020, March think it was the 24th of March 2020, and the transporter lorry had decided to remove some vehicles of theirs from within one of our compounds. So they turn up, they put the cars on the transporter, and all of a sudden I come on the scene, and I just happen to walk past, and there was an incredible... What a disaster, as we can see. Totally unexpected. I think, if I recall, it was an electrical issue in the cab. No one was injured. It obviously wrote off cars. It wrote off the transporter by the looks of it as well, or the cab part of it. Yeah, it was quite a day to remember. Yeah, that was quite interesting, but if I was a few seconds later, you know, you never know what would have happened. Bye-bye.